We have this case where the student was complaining that the S sound was not correct with the patient. طب عد لي من 1 ل 10. عد
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
Okay, so the S sound is not sharp. You cannot hear it correctly. What are the reasons that could be present not causing this problem? عض أسنانك للخلف. Okay. What are the reasons? So the vertical dimension in the freeway space is not a problem. The closest speaking space was there. But it's not the problem. What are other problems for the S sound to not appear? Because this is why we use the S sound at the jaw registration and we repeat it here. Because we hear something different. If I want to summarize it, okay, let me just summarize it here. The S sound has 2 components of it. Okay, can you hold it, please? Okay, the S sound comes from multiple components. First of all, the upper teeth should come very close in contact with the lower teeth, okay? That's one. So we have to have a closest speaking space. This closest speaking space occurs when we're doing the S sound. Second thing, which you don't see from the outside, is the tongue relation with the upper teeth and the lower teeth. For us to say the S sound, the tongue usually, the tip of the tongue lies over the lower teeth, while the rest of the tongue leaves a tunnel of space. This tunnel creates the S sound. Okay? If we don't have this tunnel clear and free, we will have the S sound like an ish. One of the reasons is a thick wax placed over the teeth or in the rugi area. This thick wax or thick base plate should be reduced in the denture. Okay? This is one reason. A second reason sometimes happen when these teeth are set upright. So rather than having the 110 degrees for setting, sometimes we'll get this problem where the teeth are set more upright. Okay? Upright upper teeth, even if we have the closest speaking space correct, when the air is coming, it doesn't flow smoothly out to the outside. It strikes this, there's an impact on the tooth, and part of the air goes back, so it doesn't go clearly as in this case. When the tooth is 110 degrees, the air flows smoothly from between the teeth, but here it's hitting the tooth. So we have to check the upright of the teeth. If the teeth are upright, if the overjet and overbite are correct, I simply just push the palatal surface of this tooth, the gingival part of it, more palatally. Okay, so I keep the overjet and overbite, but I push the roots towards the palatal more. Okay, so a correct inclination. A third reason of this is the width of the canine. So we know that when we set the upper teeth, we set them like an arch. The S sound goes in between the anterior teeth usually. But if we have the canine set wider than the arch, this will cause the air to spread laterally while saying the S sound. And this will cause the S sound to not to be clear. So we're going to check all of these reasons and choose which reason do you have in your denture and come back to you. Maybe I'll film another video with the correct S sound. So go first for the palatal thickness of the base plate and the wax as well. Okay?